back to the Sunday Footy Show. A very, very entertaining game yesterday was Carlton up against North Melbourne, and the Blues just outside the 8 on percentage at the moment, as we saw earlier in the program. There's the final scoreline there. North Melbourne certainly had their chances, but Carlton, they know how to win these days, and win they did.
They do, and Cunningham, Kennedy, Nunes, 6 goals from those guys. Wonderful contribution when their forwards were down, and it's always great when we get coaches on, and we're pleased to have David Teague join us all the way from Perth. Yes, they played at the Gabba yesterday, but David Teague is joining us from Perth. So, David, you must be absolutely exhausted after the whirlwind trip to Perth overnight.
Look, it's a little bit tiring, but it's a lot easier after a win. So it would have been a very, very long flight had we not won.
So, David, you kicked 5 goals to 1 in the first quarter and you're absolutely dominant. Talk us through where the game shifted and it become extremely tight at the end. So where did you see the turnaround, with those guys obviously getting back into it?
Yeah, look, to North Melbourne's credit, I thought in the first half we won the contest and we got the ball forward well and hit the scoreboard. And in the second quarter particularly, I thought they started winning the ball and they controlled it. I think they outpossessed us in that second quarter. And after that, I was pretty happy with the way we played. The third quarter, we owned the game. We had it in our half. I just thought our inside 50 kicks and connections was off a little bit, and we probably didn't give our forwards much of a chance to attack the ball and to give them a chance to mark it. But North kept coming, but to the players' credit, we hung in there in the last quarter.
Hey, Teague, for a few years now, it's been Paddy Cripps or bust. I mean, if he has an amazing game where he has 38 and kicks 4, you guys win, but not so much this year. His form hasn't been of the Paddy Cripps of old, but Martin, Setterfield, Kennedy, Nunes, I thought that was his best game for the Blues yesterday, have really stepped up, and now it is a complete team effort.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's where we want to go to. And the great thing is Patrick's on board with that. He understands in the past he's probably felt from a team point of view he had to go in there and do it. Well, now he trusts his teammates around him. So to his credit, he's playing he's playing a more team role for us, but we still value him. And when the pressure's on, I thought particularly early he was very strong for us. And late to win the contest around the ball, I thought he still played his role for the team.
David, he's copped close attention almost from his first game. It happened again yesterday. It happens weekly. Are you concerned as a club with some of the off-ball situations that he's confronted with?
Oh, look, yeah. You want your ball winners to be able to go hunt the ball, and the opposition are coming out and trying to stop him. And it's a challenge. It's not new to this year. Patrick's been facing that a while, and I love the way he approaches it. He keeps hunting the ball and attacking and taking the game on. So to his credit, he keeps competing for us, and that's what we need.
Okay. Importantly, you've got some pull at AFL level now, don't you? You picked up the phone, rang Trav Ald, the fixtures boss, and managed to just change the day and timing of the game.
No, your information's incorrect there. I haven't called anyone.
Oh, you didn't? Gillan McLaughlin.
No, I sent an email. I sent one email, and I don't think that was the factor. Mine was more around curiosity around why we're playing on a Thursday when we knew we couldn't play our second game for 14 days. And to the AFL's credit, when they saw it, they thought, yeah, great point. The ground was available the following day, so it's just been shifted one day. But I think there might have been some other more influential people that had more say than I did.
No, I think the AFL's saying it's you, David, but it does make sense, doesn't it, just to push it back 24 hours for both teams. It just seemed to be a simple solution.
Yeah, for me it was around our players, increasing the opportunity for our players to recover and be ready to go. Now, we would have been right. If it was a Thursday night game, we're prepared for the shorter turnaround. And we understand that's going to be the way the game's going. We just felt we knew our second game couldn't be for 14 days. So on this occasion, yeah, we thought that the extra day for not only us, for Hawthorn, but you want the stars out there playing and give them every chance to recover and also to put on the best show possible. So an extra day's rest, hopefully we come out and play exciting footy again.
It's hard not to think how dominant you could be with the key forwards that are out. I mean, McGovern just hasn't been able to get going with his body. McKay's the same, and Curnow hasn't played for a long time. Does it frustrate you haven't been able to get those three in the same team? And when do you think we can expect that to happen?
No, we won't see it this year, I don't think, with Charlie. But no, it hasn't frustrated me. The last couple of weeks, I thought Levi, Harry and Mitch have worked really well together. they're not always going to have dominant days from a mix, kicks, marks, handballs point of view, but it's about playing their role and giving a contest and bringing it to the ground sometimes. And we've often brought one extra up to the stoppage, so they're often competing against an extra player. So I've been really happy with the way. And even yesterday when it was a bit wet, we still wanted the 3 tools to play because we think that's our system and it's been working for us.
David, the boats yesterday, obviously, I thought it was Plowman's best game I've ever seen him play for Carlton. I thought he was magnificent. Sam Walsh, Bill, you loved his game.
Yeah, very good. Some say the second-year Blues. Yeah. Not with him. He's been very good.
Pollock was good for North Melbourne. Matty Kennedy, as Brownie touched on. And Dave, just your temperament in the box. You're just so composed no matter what's happening. Do you ever feel like smacking a phone or yelling and screaming like Horse Longmire does every now and then?
No, I was a little animated yesterday. Even my wife said, she goes, that's the most I've ever seen you. And I said, well, did I look crazy? She said, no, just more animated than normal. Yeah. But look, it's a lot easier sitting up there than out there in the heat of the game. But the players, I always try and emphasise with the players, they're trying their best. And what I've loved about our playing group, and I think our fans have loved, is they've brought effort. And while our playing group are bringing effort, as a coach, I'll always be happy.
Well, not only bringing effort to the fans, but also making sure the fans are with you on the field, wherever you might be around Australia. You continue, and I suspect it's through Hyundai, to wear their names on the back of the jumpers.
Yeah, it's a great idea. So the Carlton Football Club and Hyundai got together, and Hyundai had the chance to put their logo up there, but instead opted to put fans. So for 3 games, so 66 fans get their names on a jumper, which was pretty special. And I know our supporters have really got behind it. And I think from Hyundai, it was a great idea and a great effort. And I think both have been the winners in this little deal.
All right, we really appreciate your time, Dave. Thanks very much for that. Now you can go and get some sleep.
Yep.
Not a problem at all.
Okay. We should say,
David
well
Teague
done,
joining us there.
Barley Scott, who kicked 3 goals yesterday and was very good.
Yes.
Another youngster's son of Robert.
Yeah, exactly.
Played at North Melbourne in Geelong.
And of course, it wasn't that long ago Carlton supporters would be fearing a showdown with Hawthorn, but now we find ourselves, I'm not a Carlton supporter, they
Bring
find
it on.
themselves absolutely relishing the prospect.
Bring it on.
I would have thought.